Hey, fellow collectors, today we're going to be talking about R.A. Salvatore's The Legend of Drizzt from Dungeons & Dragons, The Golden Archive. Here we have R.A. Salvatore's signature and some artwork from the Forgotten Realms, and we see that it is the 35-year anniversary. This was always one of my favorite characters, and I love R.A. Salvatore's writing. If you get a chance, pick up one of his books. So, if we see here on the side, we have some words. Please pause to read when I come to your section. So, if we see here, we have Drizzt with his scimitars and his scabbards. And he even comes with a crystal shard. And here we have some artwork of Drizzt. So, I was able to pick up this guy for half off on Amazon. So, and we'll even just go ahead and weigh him and see that he comes in at 7.8 ounces. So let's get this guy out of the box and see how cool he is. Okay, now we have it out of the packaging. I want to mention something really cool. So here we have the wrapper that was around the weapons and Drizzt himself. And you'll see it has his R.A. Salvatore's fabricated signature all over the bags. So it's a nice keepsake if you are an R.A. Salvatore fan. So if we take a look, we see we have the crystal shard here from the book series, which started it all, which is very, very nice. And so we see that we have his two scimitars, Twinkle and Ice and Death. And very nice detail in them, and the hilts as well. I don't think I showed the hilt, this one. And we have a frozen effect for the sword to go in. So if we pull this character in a little bit closer, let me zoom in. We can take a look at Drizzt. Now he does have this cape, and this cape is removable. We can see it has a little bit of fur. And now it's not his pipwad that he came with, but hey, all good. Now he does have these two scabbards, and they seem to be stuck on his outfit, so be wary. Okay, and we have the character himself that can rotate his head around, look up a little bit, and look down a little bit. As far as his arms go, we have this little bit of part up here to hide the gap. So we can see he can get a little bit of a T-pose, not much of one, but you have to take this armor and actually slide it in. I tried sliding it over, but in seems to work better. But he can't get much of a pose. He can get that much, not a full T-pose. Now, you will have to pull it out to get his arm to go all the way around. He does have a bicep swivel as well as a double bend in the elbow and can rotate around at the wrist. Now, as far as ab crunch goes, we can see here he has a pretty good movement, and not really seeing it much for rotation, but he does have a ball joint, so it does allow him some. There we go. Got him out of the stiffness. All right. So now we rocking. All right. So let's go ahead. Stretchy his legs. See how much of a thing we get for it. Snaps off. So we're getting this much of a split. This much of a forward run and back. He does have a thigh swivel here, as well as a double bend in the knee. No boot rotation, and his ankle's on a ball joint, goes forward and backwards, and all move me. Now he does have some peg holes in the front of his foot for the stands. So let's get the swords in here, these scimitars, because Drizzt prefers the swords over any other item that he's fought with. All right. And we can see these simply just go over the blades if you want to pretend that it is using its powers. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons or any other collectible, head on over to entertainmentearth.com, and in the link provided, you get an extra 10% off, and any order over $79 gets free shipping. So until then, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.